What's up everybody, Alberto BIGBOOST here. You're probably wondering why am I yelling at the beginning of the video. Well, it's really loud and that only means one thing. That means I have a very loud car outside, which I'm gonna be working on today and tomorrow. Well, it's definitely not that one because it's the RX7 today, yes. So I'm warming it up. It's been sitting on that tree for the longest time. So I gotta like wash it because it looks terrible right now. It looks like an abandoned car. So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. I also gotta clean up my BMW because I'm going to a car meet tonight. And then I'm gonna put the RX7 on the lift so I can work on it tomorrow. See, like I was saying, the RX7 is looking in pretty bad condition right now. I got a bunch of tree stuff on it. So I'm gonna try to scrub all that off today. Clean it up so it looks better on camera. Also, it makes me feel a little better about the car because it really needs a paint job. It's so nice to have both my cars one next to each other. Got the RX7, got the E36, and then we got Adam's E36 just chilling over there. Also, what do you think about the new hood vents? My video of the hood vents has already been up, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. Selection of that. And also, I recently put the new wheel studs that are extremely aggressive. Check these out, they're 90mm studs and they make installing your wheels a lot easier. Also make sure your wheel doesn't fall off. Well guys, I forgot to show the cars after the car wash, but I do have the BMW after the car wash. The RX7 will have to be tomorrow, which is still gonna be included in this video, but check out all the cool cars here at Rock and Bruce in Oviedo. We start the lineup from this corner with a nice M2. We got E46, 1 Series. We got my car, the Wildberry Boost E36. And then over here we have a E46 M3, E46. We have a C4, I think it's C4, C3. Then a bunch of other cars what I'm gonna get after eating. All right guys, I'm about to run out of sunlight, so I gotta make sure to get the cars before the sun goes down. And also, I noticed that Sharon still hasn't arrived here yet, but let's check out some cars. Continuing the lineup, we have another 1 Series, and then we also have this really nice PSI built E30 race car, which is really cool looking. Look how nice and clean this is. Then coming up next for the classic fans, I think this is 2002, was it? Or I don't know the model name of this one, but it's like a really old BMW. A lot of people actually like these cars. 6 Series. We got one of those like bigger cars here. M4. Then M3. An Alley. And then another one. And another one. And then over here we have this like broken up E36. And then we have random fellow in it. And then, yeah, that's it. Ooh, there's a nice Porsche over there. See, I said it right. Is that how you say it? Porsche? I'm continuing the lineup on another really nice yellow car here. It's black M4. This one's kind of cool. It has like some pink headlight looking things. Really nice wheels. I love this blue color. Oh, there's 2 of them. 2 of the same. I wish I could have done my E36 in this color instead. I also really like the BC Forge wheels on it. Goes so well with this color blue. Then this one's like pretty much stock. And then we have another one right here, E92. Really nice looking car. And now we are back at the shop and I got the RX7 already set up on the lift, and that means one thing. Today, the engine of the RX7 is coming off. I watched the RX7 for the very first time and it's looking so much better. It looks like a new car now. It still needs a paint job, but it's so much nicer than what it was when it was sitting outside. It actually looks white now. Not bad. So I need to somehow remove this engine from here in about an hour to an hour and a half tops. I gotta see if I can pull it off. I never done this before on an RX7 or worked on 13B, so let's see how hard it's actually gonna be. The first thing you need to do when building or taking apart any of this car is to drain the fluid. So we're looking for the drain plug here, transmission drain plug, and then the radiator drain plug, which is underneath the diffuser here. Or should I say plastic skid plate. Let's see how dirty the oil on the RX7 looks like. I wonder if it's gonna be like jet black or just like normal oil. from Japan. Oh, yeah, it's pretty black. Very thin though. I wonder what kind of weight they were using. It looks like 1030 or something. What oil weight do you use on rotary? I gotta research that. Oh, it smells like old gas. The drive shaft is very simple to remove on this car since it's in one piece. It's just 4 bolts and then pull it off. Just like that. I went ahead and drained the transmission. I disconnected the harness for the starter, disconnected the oil level sensor or oil temperature sensor, whichever that is. I also disconnected the speed sensor. Drive shaft is off. I was trying to remove the downpipe to make it easier to remove the engine, but I don't want to deal with these little clips here, so I'll just take those off outside. The engine's pretty small, should come out fairly easy. I think we're done for stage 1 down here. I still have to remove the shifters from on top, and then I have to disconnect everything and remove the radiator to gain extra clearance. The radiator drain is right here in the center after you remove the skid plate. Then the oil cooler, I think I can just remove the lines from the top, but the RX7 does come with a really nice sized intercooler. It's really good. I think I'll leave that, or maybe somebody makes an aftermarket one bigger than this one. Up here, obviously first thing needs to go is the air box. Then the fan, I just need to take off the fan clutch bolts here, or nuts. Remove the fan clutch and fan, then I can remove the shroud. I should also remove the battery, it's in the way kinda. Then I can take the radiator off. And then unplug everything on the engine side. I gotta see if I can maybe leave the power steering on. If not, I'll just disconnect that as well. Now that the radiator has been removed, look at all the room for activities now. That means I can put a good old turbo about here instead of all the way down there hidden. Who wants a turbo that's hidden? You want to have it exposed out there where you can appreciate it. Up next is to remove the intercooler so I can access all the harness things, so I can disconnect all the harness plugs and fuel lines. We're getting there, guys. I also had to pull the ECU out. Well, the harness off from the ECU, because otherwise you will have to pretty much undo everything on top of the engine to get to the injector plugs and everything else down there. So the best thing you could do, you remove the passenger side carpet and then you can access the ECU. You can remove the plug from there, and there's also a yellow plug underneath the dash that also needs to be unplugged. You can pull the whole harness through the firewall, and then you have it pretty much like this. So these are the plugs that go to the computer. Then you have the engine, you have the ground for the computer, and then this is the other yellow plug that's kind of like harder to get to, but you can get to it after you take it off the clip. All I got left on this side is one ground on the back of the block. Then I am in the process of removing the heater hoses, and then the other hoses that I have left is the oil cooler lines. Removing the AC compressor, alternator, and then the power steering, which is still in the car. Then I was able to remove this bracket and also gain a bunch more room to work there. I realized where my car was so sluggish, and it had a giant vacuum leak on the charge pipe. So this part had broken one time when I was messing with the blow-off valve, but then this side was also broken. I didn't even know about it. I finally reached a point where I can just remove the motor mount nuts and then the transmission mount bolts, and the engine can come off. So that's what I'm gonna do now. The car has to go up, and then this is all that we have left right here. Pretty roomy, just like this little tiny engine in the middle now. The motor mounts are off, and so is the transmission mount. So now all we have to do is just get the engine hoist and pull this out of here. Here we go, engine hoist is in place. So you put the chain from this hook to this hook back here on the intake manifold. This is why I didn't want to take the intake manifold off, because the engine hoist spot is like on the manifold itself. So all I need to do now is put the jack under the transmission to like level it out so I can remove it from the car. All right, here we go. I think the motor mount was kind of broken, just fell apart just now. That's weird. It has like a bottom metal part. Especially this area right here, and it's a major upgrade. This turbo is not BIGBOOST compatible. This is too tiny for me. Yeah, we did it. Yes, finally. So the engine's finally out. Just gotta probably put it around here somewhere for now, and then it's tear down time on the next video. Aha, now we have all the room for activities in this engine bay, which means we're gonna have to take a bunch of this stuff out to possibly paint the engine bay white. Meanwhile, we have the engine on the floor, so in the next video it's gonna be tear down of this motor and possibly transmission, so we can inspect everything, so stay tuned for that one. I have to now hurry on home because we're probably going to the beach. We're gonna have some fun, so let's go soon have some fun in the sun before the summer's over in Florida, which is always summer, but you know what I mean. So yeah, stay tuned. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. I'll see you guys in the next one.